Hi YouTube, and welcome to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I'm Alice Seraphin, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. I am hoping this video goes well. I did this already yesterday and tried to edit it today, and nope, I had to start over. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm moving my YouTube and I'm bringing in my whiteboard. So this tells you all about me for the moment. This is my Eden's Garden Funfold using the Eden Gardens collection. This collection is not in any catalog at the moment. The order number is 160849 and it's $82. And I'll show you what you get in that. You get the beautiful Eden's Garden stamp set. You get the beautiful garden gems. I'm going to set those aside. You get the lovely Eden dies. Here they are. And I have had a good time with these. Set that aside for the moment and show you the DSP. This is the DSP. They do have a specialty paper too. That I'll show you in a minute. It's called cotton paper. So this is one side. That's the back. Let's scoot those in, I guess. This one I love, but I also love this side. I really like that side too, so I'm not sure which side I'll be using once I get to it. Scoot those in. This is so lovely. They're all just lovely. I like the gold in them. This is the back of it, and this goes with the Greenery embossing folder, this pattern right there. I'll show it to you because we're going to be using it. We are using this paper. I have just a few strips left of a 12 by 12 because I've been using it. This, to me, is a very bold, very deep pattern. Got to figure out like a masculine card. I think this would be great for. And one more. This. Oh. That would be gorgeous wallpaper. That's all I got to say about that one. I can see that in a bathroom. I love greens. I've had my walls painted green before in my house. Now I'm going to get out the tissue paper. All right. That was my little tag because I had to go online to get the numbers. Let's open this up. This is the I call it tissue paper. It's thicker. It's about the I want to say, if you guys ever used mulberry paper, it's a bit like that. It's thicker than tissue paper. It's cotton paper, and they have it both in the evening evergreen and the soft succulent. That is, not sure. I've used it on one card. I did a video on it. I can show you the, let's see. To me, it's very delicate paper. These are my scraps from my project. That's just a few other. This is the tissue paper. I'll show you. Tissue cotton paper. I'm going to keep saying it. This is more flexible. But I'm telling you, it's so much. You can hear it. But to me, it feels so much like tissue. You know, thick tissue paper. Really nice stuff. Anyways, okay. I'm going to leave that on my desk. All right. So, and then, of course, I think I've got everything down there. This is the number for the Ever Eden DSP that I just showed you. The stamp set number is this. The garden gem numbers is there. The R stands for ribbon. I have both the soft succulent and the evening evergreen. The ink colors we'll be using are basically the same colors as my cardstock. Soft succulent, soft seafoam, evening evergreen, and some basic white. Of course, I'm not using any white ink. All right, let's set that aside and trying to think of what we're gonna do first. And I'm looking, I covered it up. like I said, I did do this video before. We are going to do our stamping, I think, first today. And I'm going to be making 2 cards because I'm going to do one, the base in Soft Succulent, and then I'm going to do the other base card in the Evening Evergreen and show you a few variations. So we are going to need, this one I didn't cut down. This one was a scrap piece. These were also out of scrap, basic white. So let's get to stamping. The first thing I want to do is stamp the sentiment, hello there. And we're going to bring out the, let me move these down. I don't want them taken apart. So we're going to bring in the, all right. I know I just had the piece up. I'm like, there's no room for me to stamp off. I need to stamp off. Look at my halo effect on my, that's what I call it. That is what I don't want. It's a good thing I pulled the tissue. I stamped way too hard on these fairly new ink pads, and I don't want that on my card. So let me clean it out. Try it again. Okay, so we're gonna stamp hello there on this one. And on this one, we're going to do the same thing. That did not work, and I got a halo effect going on. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, I had an MRI this morning, and I'm claustrophobic, and the more I have them done, the more claustrophobic I get. And I don't want any meds when I go in there. All right, the hello there is going away. Next, I'm bringing in this lovely leafy image, and we're going to stamp this in Evening Evergreen, and it's going to go there, and there, and there. So let's try this on this one. Because I'm going to bring in a couple other stamps. I'm going to set that way down at that side. And let's bring in, oops, let's get done with this Evening Evergreen. I almost said Soft Succulent. This is for the back of our card. Look at that great halo I got on there. I don't want to take a chance. Sorry, y'all, but I just don't want the chance of messing it up. And let's try this again. This one I'll cut down when we're done with it. There we go. Set that all the way down there. Next, we're going to bring in the Soft Succulent ink pad. And we're going to use this image, this leafy image. And I just, it's a good thing I'm only doing the top of this stamp in here. Soft Succulent. I don't know why Soft Succulent. It's giving me a hard time. Yesterday I had to stamp off when using this ink pad. All right, there's that one. Very, very lightly. I'm going to stamp off on this one. Stamp off. Stamp off. All right, way on the other side of my table. Now, this one didn't snap. I don't want them blowing up. Soft Seafoam. Yesterday when I did this, I did not use this color, but I am today because I just, and again with my halo. I am really good at the halo effect on the stamps. Today is not. Okay. I just wanted to brighten it up, and there again. Look. I am just heavy-handing the stamp. Okay. I want to bring that in there. Stamp off a wee bit. There. And I'm stamping very, very lightly. And I am stamping off. Okay. I'm really happy with that outcome. Let's try it full strength on this one. Yeah, that's good too. Inward, there, there, and how about right there? Okay, I still got a halo going on my stamp. Okay, I am gonna set these all the way down there. I will clean them after I do this video. I can put soft succulent and soft seafoam way down there because I won't be using it. And these two, I'm gonna, if I can pick this one up, set these to my side on my shelving. These two. Okay, I can put that aside. Stamp. Now let's get to our card folds. Here's my pieces, and we are going to, I'll tell you how I made this card fold. It's real simple. It's a half a sheet of cardstock. Okay, so that means this card is cut at 5.5, and I didn't have to cut it at 8.5 because it was already there. Now what I did is I put it into my cutting. I am having a brain meltdown. Okay, I put it into my cutter and used the scoring blade, and I scored it at 2, and I scored it at 3 1/8. Then I turned it around and I scored it at 2 and 3 1/8. And now we are going to fold these. And this card came to be because I did an Angels of Peace card, and I said, you know, I will do, you can use this card either way once you make it. You can use the folds so easily, one or the other way. In fact, I can get an angel, the card I made and already have a video out on. This is it. See how, and she sits like this, there. This is the back. So this one is going to go the reverse way. This is going to be popping up. So let's put that, sorry. Okay, I need the glue. Where did I stash it? And let's see. My room is really cold. Okay, so I'm gonna start my glue out here. And we're gonna start by gluing down my side panels. And where's my notes? And I can tell you the measurements. I can show it to you in case you want to take a screenshot. It lists what we're doing. My card base is soft succulent, and we are also doing one in evening evergreen. Excuse me. Evening evergreen. To make these here, you need 1-inch shrimps, 1-inch strips. You need 3 of them. You need 2 pieces of designer paper cut at 1 3/4 by 5, and I changed that to 5 1/4. So let's put that on my paper. You need 2, and you need 2 at 1.5 inch strips by 5 1/4. So let's glue these down. And it has this beautiful ombre on the back, but this I would call the front is the star of the show, at least in my opinion. Yes, I like this 5 1/4 better with the bit of the border I have done. So here's my 2 little strips. I start from right going to the left, just my personal preference for this card, and I try to use the first one to line up the rest. That is definitely sideways. So let's try that again. All right. And this one, on the next card, we won't be doing these strips because I wasn't going to cut a piece of 12 by 12 paper for a 1/2 inch strip. So I'm going to show you something else I have in mind. It's still using this paper, but it's using scraps that I have already on hand. And I'm thinking it's going to come out pretty cool. At least I think I'm excited to try it. Alrighty. Trying to wiggle it where I want it. Alright, so these pieces are going along here, and I do need to trim them down. I'm going to turn this sideways. And I'm trying to get my mechanical pencil out. And I'm just going to, on this you have this edge here, and that's what I'm using down at the bottom because I wanted that. And I'm going to mark this one there, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. And I'm going to cut them all at one time. If I can find my guillotine cutter. There we go. Okay, so let's do this. Cut one. Checking to make sure where the mark is. Cut two. All right. And if you're wondering, I just dropped my paper on the floor, so I had to pick it up. Okay, this piece is for the end. So let's go ahead and get some glue on here. And I'm just putting glue on this edge. So there. Turn it around. And this card really goes quickly once it's, okay, this one, do you see that? That's off. So that will be for the other one. Let's try this again. Don't know how I managed that one, but I did. Some days I just need to take a deep, deep breath. And I think that day is today. I was so disappointed looking at my videos, and I'm like, oh no. My earbuds stop working, and when they do that, the camera stops recording. So it's like, okay, have to go home, cut and prep it all again, but that's okay. I really want to share this. I hope if any of you out there make this card, let me know. Okay, so this is our card base, and that's how it's going to stand up. We're going to set this aside and bring in my embossing folder, which I forgot to pull, but it's right next to me within hand's reach. We are going to be using the Greenery embossing folder, and we're going to be using this one. And the reason why is because it just goes great. And this one, too much open space for what I want. If you are using the mini cut and emboss machine, you will need the light gray plate 3 and the white plate number 1. So let me get this out real quick. All right, set that aside. Now, I cut these. This is how it comes out when you cut the dies. You get this image in the middle. That's what I want to emboss. So that's why I left it in. Because the last one I did, I embossed it going the wrong way. Meaning the bumpy edge of the embossing folder, I put, trying to think of, this is the way I want the die to go. This is the way, yes, okay. So I'm taking this one out, opening my embossing folder, checking to see which one's the divoted. And I know there's a way to tell. You could say, make sure the Stampin' Up logo is on the front. That's probably what people have said. So here we go. Let's get this through here. And this machine is really easy. Okay. And we're going to do 2 of them, one for this card and one for the other. Look at how pretty it is. That's, yesterday I had to do it with that one, which is pretty good. This is what I really wanted. Okay, one more to go through. And let's see. I will not be using this wreath in soft seafoam, probably on another project or card. Sorry, trying to get it all out. This is the way I want it. Set that over in my scraps. Place this one down. All right. And gray plate on top. And this is all the embossing we're going to be doing. So, yes. Don't want to bend any of those little edges because I need those to fit in it. So, set that aside. Close this up real quietly so my little dog don't panic. I have a little Chihuahua, rescue little dog. She has alopecia on a section of her back. Isn't that gonna be so pretty? That's what it's gonna do. Okay, so now I need to go through, and I didn't do this beforehand. Pardon me, I'm looking for this. I'm gonna go through and poke all of this stuff out. I didn't want to bother it because I wanted to keep this in place while I was getting things ready. I didn't want it to fall out and the edges get bent. And to be a little stubborn, that piece did. That one can stay there. Probably because my plates are super old. I need to change them out. Locate where I put my new ones. All right, that looks good. Okay, we are done with that. Now we are going to place this up in its spot. Let's turn it around. Come on, get in there. Yes, and to keep it in place, turning it over, and I noticed my videos, I tap my fingers on my board. Sorry if that annoys anybody. I am using some 1/2 inch tear and tape here. I have to cut this in because I don't want it to come over that. And I'm trying to get edges of the evening evergreen on it. This one, I think it goes right down the middle all the way to there. And I'm thinking I want to put a few in a few places. Use what you have and cut if you need to, and that is what I do. Okay. And there. And I'm going to bring in my needle to remove it. Yes, I do have the take your pick tool, but I don't use it for this kind of stuff. Been using the needle for so long. And I have a little container full. I know if you have watched my other videos, you're like, you've already said this. Sorry. I think of it while I'm doing it. This one. Okay. And this tall one. All right, now we're going to place this in its spot on our soft succulent card base. Get that out of the way. All right, so yes, I like that a lot. Okay. There we go. Look, it's almost like it's floating there now. So pretty. Okay, let's keep going, and I'm gonna bring back one of the circles. And I am gonna put this up on dimensionals. I'm not sure if I did yesterday. And I like this being a little bit smaller. I had a larger circle yesterday. That was just because it was sitting on my desk, and I had tried to cut out this die and use it to put the hello in there, and I didn't like it. So I was like, that's not gonna work. Let's try something else. So we lay this flat. Right there she is. And we will do the bows in other stuff on there in just a minute. Let's get to the other card. I'm going to set this one aside. In this, what I have for this one, I'm using a soft succulent wreath this time, in with the embossing folder. Nope. No, I could just one or the other. You can't have it both ways, Alice. Okay. Does that go this way? No. Let me guess. Nope, this is it. Okay. Set that one there. This is what we're going to be using a different for. And let's fold this. You've already seen me put it in, tell you how I squirt it, cut my paper. We don't need to see that again. I'm going to give them some good creases. My grandson's got me saying that now. It's a creaser. He's the bone folder. Okay, that's all we need for the bone folder. It can go away. Now we're going to bring in our designer paper that's cut at 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. All right, we're going to open this up. For this card, I am not going with a border here because of the imagery I'm going to put here. So we're going to skip that, come over to this side. Let's see. All right, now for this piece in here, we're going to be using this wreath. For the card I sent my cousin, I used the piece from in here for the in here, so I have this left, so why not use it? Let's get some scissors and start. I'm trying to think. We're going to cut this one right here. I'm going to just do a little round curve there and cut that. And I am going to cut this here and there. Looks like I got another piece to cut there. Okay. See if I need to just try not to leave any sharp edges on it. Yes, that piece is gonna go. Actually, I think that piece, don't ask me why, but I want it on this side. Just, this to me looks like the bottom of it. So let's pick this up and see why I like my little tiny glue bottle. I'm going to be ordering some more of them today. Nope, I wanted it this way. So it does fit along there beautifully. Okay. Now I need a wee piece to go there. I'm trying to think. All right, I do like that, so I'm going to cut this one. Oh, I'm just going to cut it off this curve here and see. I can go this way, overlap that just a hair, and it'll overlap it more. Let's see what it, okay, let's just do that and cut it off. I know I won't be using the end of that flower. I need some at the tip. Alrighty, it gives me something to hold on to. There we go. Now, I'm not going to cut that directly right this minute. I'll let it give it a minute to dry. This piece is going to come in there, and I am going to cut this, kind of going with the leaf. I just thought this would be pretty against the evening evergreen. Ooh. All right. Stay down now. Yep. Gonna bring that right there, so I don't want any glue past this point. Allergies are driving me crazy. Looks like I did get some glue past there. All right, now we're gonna turn it over and snip these edges off. That just got, let's see. There and there. All right. I thought so. I might have to put some at this tip. I guess I missed it. Yes, I did. Let's pick her up and take a look. Yes, there's no glue there. Just a tiny bit on the tip. And this little edge of this one is not making me happy. Probably have to refill my glue bottle here shortly. I just got the glue on me and not the paper. All right, so this is our second one, and I'm really glad, I'm glad I didn't put anything along there. So let's turn this image over and do the tape, keeping it in line. Trying to hold as much of that border in on the tape line. Right up to there. This one I know I will have to piece. Oh, guess not. But I will need a few little snippets. That's holding in. That will hold that in. That down and this in there. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna remove those Needle, needle, needle. All right. Well, pushing it back down didn't help any. There's 1, 2, and 3. And I'm wondering, do I remove them? I remove them. I don't want the white showing. Trying to pull that over a bit. Okay. Yikes, it's sticking to me. I want you to stick to me. I want you to stick to the papers. All right. And there's a little bit right there I don't want poking through. Last piece to remove. All right. That one wants to stick to the needle. Pull this up. We're gonna lay it down. And I love how the evening evergreen matches. There we go. Voila! I love this so far. Okay. We need some dimensionals for our circle. Set that out of my way. Really like that. Okay, now we are ready to do the back piece. I'm looking for those strips. Where did I set them? I set them out of the way. Alrighty. So for these two, see, I couldn't decide. I have this piece for this one, and I couldn't decide if I wanted this the full length of the card, and I think I do on this one. So let's go ahead and glue this all the way down. Why does it seem like it's just a hair longer than it should be? It's a hair longer than it should be. Okay. Be careful not to cut my card itself. All right. And then I have, is this? No. Okay, I was just thinking, you know, do I do a strip there? But I can't do that with this. I might do it with this one. So now we're going to take this, and I don't know why this one didn't get its little pokey pieces out. But let's poke those out now. And cut this to go, no. We're going to do it like I did the first time. Please cut straight, Alice. Sometimes I don't. All right. There we go. Now turn it upside down. That is bugging me. It's rolling all over the place. Okay. I'm going to bring my guillotine in and cut this one because I just want it to be straight as possible. And this needs a hair shave off of it to make it straight. All right. It's my turn to cook dinner tonight. It's a burrito night. It's one of the things I do make that my family likes. My husband is the cook in our family. When I married him, I only could cook two things, spaghetti and lasagna. And the spaghetti was just okay. All right, so this card is almost completely done. I'm gonna set it aside and bring in our evening evergreen card. And I'm trying to think. This is using, I had these left over from a wreath, and I think we're gonna put those in here. I still haven't changed the blade on my cutter. Just get caught up in doing other things. I have a lot of laundry to fold. It's been in the laundry baskets now for a couple of days, which means any clothing of mine will get rewashed because I do not iron anymore. Once my husband retired from the military, I stopped ironing. At the beginning of our marriage, I had to iron his clothing and mine for the military, and I just don't do that no more. I don't do ironing. Not at all. I'm gonna cut this leaf out because it hangs off the edge and I don't want it in there. Now I can clean up the edges. I'm gonna glue this one on the bottom. Alrighty, and I think we're gonna bring it right to there. Make sure it sticks down. And this one, hole pokey time. Let's see. Okay, this one isn't gonna have as much at the top. That's okay. Cutting that bit off. I'm gonna bring it right like that. And then we're gonna make the bows. I did a double bow. I'll show you my first card. On my card I tried to record doing yesterday, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a double bow on this one or not yet. I might just do single bow. I do like the double bow on the other card though. Okay, so far this is what we have. Now we're working on decorating our card, and I really love these. I love the soft sea foam in there. It just makes it a bit brighter. Okay, let me get rid of this. My scraps here. I don't want them going on the ground like that little piece did. All right, ribbon time. Now, which ribbons do I want to do? Do I want to do a soft succulent? See, this one to me cries out for the dark green, and this one cries out for the soft succulent. So let's bring my bow maker in here. Try using one that, see, I wanted the bows to be about that wide. That's good. First bow, evening evergreen. If you guys haven't used a bow maker, it really does help make your loops nice and even and beautiful bows. And you can make your own. Don't have to buy one or anything. Piece of wood and some wooden dowels. I'm going to cut the sleeve on these after I make them. Let's do one in soft succulent. Oh, I'm loving that soft sea foam. That was I had a like 5x5 square of it just sitting on my desk. I found it in some TSP paper. I was like, you don't belong there. I don't know why you're there. Came in handy today. Okay, this one, that one was already cut. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I need to do a double bow like I did before. I think those will turn out quite nicely. I do need a piece of score tape, 1/4 inch this time though, for the to put the bow on to make sure it lays nicely. And I'm trying to open my package up. Let's see. Going to put it right under there. I'm trying to use my nail this time. All right. There's one bow. This one's a little smaller, but the other one hasn't been cut yet. All right. Now let's give it a little haircut. Oh my gosh, so cute. Darling with cards. Let's see. This one I want a wee bit shorter. And this one just a hair shorter. Okay, now let's embellish it with some of those gems. Now, and I'm gonna show you my card I made yesterday. That was the first one. So we have 3 there. I used a whole row of gems on this card, and I'm gonna do so with these. I mean, that's why I bought them. I don't want to like be done with my, we're gonna use 2 whole rolls, 1 for each card. So some of you might think it's a bit excessive, but hey, I think they just goes gorgeous around the wreath and accents some of those pieces. So let's get this one first. And we are going to start, trying to look at mine. We are going to put them in where the cutouts are. This one doesn't have the cutout. I didn't poke it out apparently. And let's see, we're going to put this one down there. One here. One up there. I have to have something in the back of it. This one can go there. And I want this to have 3 up here. I think it needs it. So we have 1 on each side. This one can go there. That one cannot go in the spot I wanted it to, but let's see. Yeah, decisions. Let's put it, I'm gonna stick it right here. Right over the slit in that leaf. Okay, 2 more to go. We need 1 here and 1 right there. All right, so we have 2 on the sides, 3 and 2 down there. Next row of embellishments. And let's see. Start at the top. work our way around. There's 2 at the top of this one. Kind of hard when if it's totally open like that. I don't want to put a gemstone on it. This one can have one. Not sure now. This is messing me up. Okay, this one's getting one right there. Let's go on the other side of this one. Turn the card around and see about putting one there. I think we're going to put one here in this space. One in this space. 4 to go. Okay, one in that space. Woo! Thank goodness it didn't go on the go. It just flew and landed flat on my desk. Come to me. You are getting a spot on the card. And I am going to put it right on this one. One more to go on this side somewhere in here. Oh no, 1, 2, okay. We can put a 3rd one right there like we did the other one, and we have one extra to put. I think we're gonna stick it right on this wee one. Okay, so there are our cards. The envelope, I know I did one, trying to find it. Oh, I don't need to, you guys don't need to watch me stamp the envelopes. I will do them in a second. This is the envelope I designed to go with it. Dear friend, how are you? And I knew that was gonna give me trouble. The rhinestone I put over there. Okay, so there's one card. These are the ones we made today. This is the one I did yesterday. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I am new to YouTube and I am just getting started, so every little bit helps. If you want to create these projects and you would like to shop with me, please do so on stampingup.com. You can put in my name, Alice Seraphin, as your demonstrator. If you don't and you have a demonstrator already, please, if these cards inspired you, go purchase those items from her. I am on YouTube to share what I love doing and to hopefully inspire others, because many YouTube channels have inspired me to create and try new things, and I just want to share my passion with you. Thank you so much for joining me, and happy crafting out there. Bye-bye.